People on social media was making fun of Rafael Nadal's appearance in the Subway commercial, making fun of his lines when he said Grand Slam, then ham.
So that's this, bro. I just love a Grand Slam. Ham.
Because it looked like they took two separate cuts and edited them together. But Rafa did the same advert in Spanish and it was fine.
Yo prefiero el Grand Slam. Ham.
So it's an understandable language barrier with the English ad. But that didn't stop people from making fun of Rafa not being able to speak English well. And it was majority Americans because NBA player Steph Curry was featured in the commercial. So it was a lot of people who watched the NBA, which is black people, that was making fun of Rafa Nadal's English. The same black NBA fans, all they do is watch him play basketball, smoke reefer 24/7 while being unemployed, and play NBA 2K on Xbox all day. And more than likely, English is the only language that they know and can't read nor write in English because the literacy rate amongst black Americans is 85%. So most black Americans can't read or write in English, but yet black Americans want to sit their literate asses on Twitter making fun of a very successful Spaniard tennis player for not speaking English well. For the black Americans that was making fun of Rafa's English, let me tell you all something. I'm from the southern United States, and most of the black Americans that live in the South have the vernacular and talk like slavery was abolished 5 minutes ago. And speaking of the days of slavery, why do you think the slave owners did not allow their slaves to read books or newspaper articles? Because the slave owners did not want their slaves to learn and become educated through reading, because an educated mind cannot be enslaved. And fast forward nearly 200 years later, since us black Americans have been freed and we have free of charge unlimited access to books through libraries, and we still can't read in English. But white people are so racist. Racist white cops shooting and killing black men in the streets. Maybe if those black men were at home reading a book and not out in the streets committing crimes, then they don't have to worry about running into the laws and potentially being shot. So read a book. But I digress. I could tell it was NBA fans that was making fun of Rafael Nadal's English, and they don't follow tennis, because if you follow tennis, then you would know most tennis players are from Europe, and I don't know, maybe for like 97% of the players, English is not their first language. So it's utter pointless to make fun of a tennis player for not being articulate at speaking English. And that was making fun of his acting. Rafa is an athlete, not an actor. And once again, these are the same people that are making fun of his acting, are the same people that thought Serena Williams crip walking after winning an Olympic gold medal was an Oscar-worthy performance. I want to see the day when these ignorant, uncultured black Americans that's making fun of Rafa's poor English decide to broaden their horizons and travel abroad to a non-English speaking country in Europe, experience culture shock, and don't know how to speak the country's language. For the ignorant Americans that don't speak no other languages but English, I want them to travel to Spain and observe them stuttering and stammering over their words, struggling trying to speak Spanish. Then they would know how it feels to not know how to speak another language well.